I don't enter one chance, I swear, I go with the go so. Herdsmen, they kill us every day, for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they are they run to? Who be that? I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat jealous. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come. It is very close and they feel more. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. But now them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice.
Kiwe wesu garani anya nine oria nine nke pụrịta kwasa mmadụ dị ndụ n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye na-agwọ ọrịa anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị onwe gị bụ simile nke ndị agha ka igwe mere anyị ebere ka akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka ude nke anyị na-asụ wee bịa n'iru gị ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee guzosi ike ka anyị wee n'ikpete mazụ nye ha sọgotụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ise mma mmadụ dịrị gị Chineke.
You don't know what it means. Most of us do not understand what it means to be a Biafran. You have not seen anything yet. I was kidnapped. I was beaten. I was spat at. My clothes were ripped from my body. Women urinated and poured it on me because of Biafra, so that they may humiliate me to such a point that I will not talk about Biafra anymore. They videoed me. Masop has a video of me where they were beating me, dragging me on the floor, tearing my clothes because I spoke the truth. That did not stop me from talking about Biafra.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program. I appreciate you for being with us wherever you are joining from. Please like and share the program. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you. Share to your neighbors. Invite somebody to join us on the program today. Don't watch alone. Make sure you invite at least one person to join us on this program so that we can pass this message across. My fellow Biafrans, we have come once again to do what we know how to do best. What we do in this platform is to bring the plight of the Biafran people before the whole world. That is what we do. We continue to bring to the world what is going on in Biafran territory. We tell them exactly the way it is. We make sure that our voice is being heard. This we have continued to do, and we will do every opportunity we have. I wish every one of you a very happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to everyone that is listening. Happy Sunday to our fellow Biafran Christians, wherever you are. I wish you a very, very happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to my beloved sister, Esther Okuosa. Thank you so much. You are always here, one of the formidable members of this platform. You are always here 7 days of the week. You're always here, even in a time that you're supposed to be doing other things, you're here. Thank you so much. Angelis Ken, thank you so much for joining. I also appreciate everyone that has connected wherever you are connected from. I thank you for giving us an attention. It's something that really means a lot for us, because weekend is a time that people spend their time on other things, family issues, personal issues, deal with some things that concerns them. But at the same time, you spend your time with us here and you grant us audience. We sincerely appreciate you and thank you for being part of the program. Messi Akere TV, thank you so much for joining. Messi, I appreciate you. Greetings from here. Good evening, my sister Messi. I appreciate you for being part of the program. And every other person that is watching here, if you're watching me on TikTok or you're watching me on Facebook or you are YouTube where I'm hosting the program, I welcome you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. As I welcome you, make sure you welcome someone else to join us. Don't just watch alone. Welcome somebody to join us. We are meant to carry everybody along. We don't have to pass this message or be economical with it. It is a message that must touch every heart. So I thank everyone that are spending their time. Those who, I know many people, as we speak, they are still in the church. Many people are preparing to go to their church. Many people have gone and come back because of the time differences we have. So whichever one you belong, if you have gone and come back, I believe you did not forget to pray for Biafra, pray for our leaders, Mazen Nandekano, Mazen Simon Eba. And if you are still preparing to go, don't forget to pray for Mazen Nandekano, Mazen Simon Eba. Don't forget to pray for Biafra. It's an assignment, a prayer point that we must not forget, no matter how busy we are. No matter what is happening, no matter the attack that is coming from right, left, and center, do not forget that. It is an assignment that we have signed up for. This is something that concerns you, it concerns me. You must not forget it. Samuel Ogonna, thank you so much for joining. Samuel Ogonna, I appreciate you. I can see you there. Thank you so much. May Chukwu Okukabiyama continue to guide you. So my fellow Biafrans that are watching this program, remember that in our platform, most of our old members know what we do here. We don't engage in saga. We don't insult people. We don't push propaganda or blackmail. We are not standing against anybody. We are not speaking against anybody. We are not speaking against any race or religion. The only people we stand against are the people that are standing against Biafra. If you make yourself enemy of Biafra, automatically you have made yourself our enemy. And we will go after you with every single strength we have. If you don't go against Biafra, we have nothing against you. In our platform, we welcome everybody, regardless your race, your orientation, your group, your ideology, your belief, your opinion. You are welcome. It is a platform for everybody. There is no restriction. As long as you are human, you have conscience, and you are sincerely in support of people having their freedom of expression, you are welcome in this platform. You are highly welcome. And if you have a superior argument that is more superior than what we believe, because every one of you know what we believe. One of the common beliefs we have in this platform is that Biafra is the only remedy to the zoological republic of Nigeria. That is one common belief that every single person that is talking about Biafra has. Biafra is the only remedy to the atrocities in Nigeria, to the insecurity, to the failure of states, to the abuse of human rights, to all the crime you can think about in Nigeria, to the political failures. The only solution and remedy is Biafra. And that is why we continue to preach Biafra at any opportunity we have. Noah Michael, thank you so much for joining. Noah, I appreciate you. You're welcome. Thank you so much. So that is why we are here. So wherever you are, if you join us on this program and you have a superior argument, you are highly welcome. All you need to do is to click on the link and join us in this platform. Click the link and join us in this platform. Bring your question. Ask your question. Bring on that your argument that you feel is the best. That idea, that opinion, bring it, share it with us. Convince us to believe that which you believe. If you can be able to convince us, I bet you we are going to be submissive and dance your tone. But while you are coming, make sure you have enough point to convince us. If you don't convince us, we will convince you. And after listening to us, you go out, your life will never remain the same. We don't come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We are here to pursue the solution to the problem that is bedeviling us. We are here to speak up for Biafra. We are here to tell our story. The enemies of Biafra have told our story for a very long time. They have pushed so many lies and propaganda against me, against you, against our leaders. They have been in this lie for a very long time, and people tend to believe it. They have ended up in convincing people who has not done anything with us, people who don't even know us. They began to believe these lies, and today, even people who do not know us are the ones that are at the front line of promoting their lies. That is how bad it is. And this is why we must not be silent. You must not be silent. I must not be silent. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, told us to engage on radical evangelism. When he made that statement, we knew that this day is going to come. We knew that this day is going to come. This is the time you need to apply that radical evangelism. When you see the atrocities the Nigerian government is committing in Biafran territory today, you don't need to wait for somebody to beg you. When you see the global conspiracy against the Biafrans, more especially the Igbo Biafrans, you don't need somebody to beg you to speak. Use your platform. No matter how small or how big your platform is, it cannot be big than human life. Human life. We are talking about human life. It's a matter of life and death. We are talking about humanity. At the same time, we are calling all human rights organizations, those that claim to be activists, why are you silent to the atrocities that's happening in Biafra land? It doesn't matter whether you speak or you don't speak. We will not stop talking. because we still believe there are still men of conscience out there. There are still men out there in the world that knows the truth, that are concerned genuinely about human life. There are still men out there who are genuine and they are sincere in protecting human life. There are many of them in the United States. There are many of them in Europe. There are many of them in Asia. Even in those countries who feel that they are unrepentant, there are still people that has conscience in them. And one day, the truth can no longer be held down, because we know the truth can stand the test of time. Mike, son, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. That is why we will continue to speak. You never can tell who we get across our video. Each time when you see my platform, you join us, please like the program and share it. Click like. It is not going to cost you money. Liking the program, giving a thumbs up to the program will not cost you money. If you're watching on TikTok, all you need to do is to tap the screen. Tap the screen as much as you can so that algorithm can be able to invite others to join us. If you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, share the program. Give a thumbs up, like, and share. The social media network is not our friend. Because of the nature of our program, you know the Nigerian government have bought many of these social media networks. They have paid them huge amount of money to make sure that our message doesn't go far. And because of that, most of the time they don't send notification to our programs, and they limit the number of people that comes to the program. But if we continue to share this program, engage in radical evangelism, I bet you they can't stop us. We will be unstoppable. That is why I urge people to like and share each time you join us. That is the role you play while I do the talking. And those who can join us live can also use the link. You click on the link. Once I see you click on the link, I will bring you in so that you can air your opinion. This is not the time to be silent. This is the time for everybody to go to work and do what he or she has to do. Every one of us need to be busy. Whether you are rich or poor, young and old, every one of us have a responsibility. And this is the time to hold on to that responsibility and do everything that we can to see that we get to the destination that we're supposed to get to. My fellow Biafrans, today is Sunday. And in our Sunday sermon today, we are going to discuss on a very important issue. In the Sunday sermon today's Sunday sermon, it says, the global silence on Biafra, injustice, illegal detention, and the cry for freedom. The global silence on Biafra. The global silence on Biafra is really, really disturbing. It's really, really disturbing. It's not something that you can keep silent about. No matter how you try to be silent, you cannot. If you have conscience, you cannot. The global silence is so much. The illegal detention of Biafran people across board, it is unimaginable. In the presence of the whole world, the right of the Biafrans is abused every blessed day. Godwin 247, thank you for joining. The right of the Biafran people is being abused daily. I mean, on daily basis, the right of the Biafran people is being abused. And nobody seems to be doing anything about it. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to speak. Everybody feels it's okay. Nobody cares. How long are we going to continue on this path to tolerate this nonsense? For how long shall we continue to allow this to happen? For how long? For how long are we going to continue to accept the inhuman treatment against Biafrans? the attack against Biafran people. For how long are we going to continue to accept that? It is clear that the whole world have conspired against us. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. If you decide to pretend it's not happening, you are creating more problem. It is no longer hidden. It is very clear before the whole world what the Biafran people are going through and continue to go through every day. So my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are today, I want you to please pay attention and do not keep silent. We must have to do what we can do, and then let the remaining be for Chukwu Okike to judge. This is a very big battle that we must fight. We have to fight this battle, and we must win this battle. It's a battle that we must win. So wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike to please stand up for what you believe. It is very bad that today there are a lot of deception flying right, left, and center. The deception today in the cause of Biafra is so much that so many of us are distracted. The attack is coming from inside and outside. But if you are a genuine Biafran, you must not be scared and you must not give up. My brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of Biafra, children of truth across the world. Today, this Sunday sermon is not just a message. It is a cry of conscience. It is a cry of conscience. Our leaders are held illegally. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa has been held illegally. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for more than 5 years and still counting. Mazi Simon Ekpa is going to a year. Detained illegally. According to international law. If Finland and Nigeria had followed international laws, they will not detain neither Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Mazi Simon Ekpa. But both of them have violated the rights of the Biafran leaders and they detain them illegally. Our people are persecuted, and yet the whole world remains silent. In the midst of lawlessness of these people that are detaining our leader, the whole world is silent. Look at the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where a country was involved in kidnapping. A country got involved in kidnapping. After kidnapping, they also went ahead to extraordinarily rendition the man. And they boldly brought him to their own court. Even in the midst of their illegal movement and dragging him into court, he won his case. In the midst of their illegality, he won his case. They refused to leave him. They continued to detain him. The arbitrary committee of United Nations have said, let him go, and gave Nigeria 6 months. Nigeria exhausted that 6 months and they never let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go. In that disobedience, what punishment was given to Nigeria? Nothing. Nigeria was not punished. Instead, these countries that claim to be the world powers, that claim to make decisions, continue to go into bilateral relationship with a criminal country a lawless country, a terrorist country. And that have emboldened them to continue to hold Mazen Nandekan up to this minute. Look at the case of Master Simon Ekpa. Finland detained Master Simon Ekpa without an evidence, without a concrete evidence, just because of a report that came from a country that abuses human rights, a country that is a terrorist country run by terrorists, gave Finland information, and Finland acted based on that information, detained Mazen Nandekan for months before they began to shop for evidence. After shopping for evidence, they came to their court. They couldn't find any. Every charges were dropped, and they refused to let him go. Now they take him to a different level. They're talking about tax and all whatnot. And before you know it, they told us that September, which is tomorrow, some people are already in September 1st. They said that September he'll be in court. And we're expecting that by tomorrow, on the 1st of September, we believe that Mazen Simon Ekpa will be in court, even though we are not sure. But according to speculations, I'm not telling you automatically that he's going to be in court tomorrow. But from what we heard, we will be watching and we'll be following up. Because the case of Mazen Simon Ekpa and the follow-up is not coming the way it's supposed to come, for a reason which I don't know. We are supposed to be having the first-hand information of when Mazen Simon goes to court and how he goes to court, but we are not getting that information. All we are getting is very sketchy. So based on what we know, from tomorrow onwards, we are believing that Mazen Simon Ekpa is going to be in court. So we will keep our eyes on Finland from tomorrow to see if we can have a glance of our Prime Minister Mazen Simon Ekpa. We cannot be silent. Our people are persecuted, and yet the world remains silent. That is why we see that as a global conspiracy against the Biafran people. When we talk about that global conspiracy, we don't say it as a guesswork. It is a reality. We believe it's a reality. It is something that is happening. The global conspiracy is real. They have conspired against us. They conspire against us to take us down. That is why human rights abuse against Biafrans does not amount to human rights abuse. That is why genocide against Biafrans does not amount to genocide. That is why the issue of Biafra is not properly addressed. The world remains silent. We cannot be silent when injustice screams against us. We cannot. We, the Biafran people, cannot be silent when injustice screams against us. If you think you will silence us, think again. You cannot. We cannot bow when oppression seeks to crush our spirit, which is exactly what they are doing today. Oppression of the zoological republic called Nigeria against the Biafrans is happening every blessed day to crush our spirits. Look at the information that is coming out from Okigwe. As we speak, even as you're watching me, the Nigerian terrorists are invading Okigwe, taking innocent lives. Every young man from 15 years upwards, they see, they eliminate that person. This operation is going on in Okigwe and nobody is speaking. No politician is talking. No traditional ruler is talking. Ohaneze Ndigbo is not speaking. These are the people who claim that they are your representative. But when you need them most, they will desert you. As we speak, Okigwe is invaded, is on fire. The information that is coming from Okigwe is not palatable. The army of Biafra that are there are bringing out reports, and the report is not good. the same Nigeria that is destroying that land, will turn around and tell you that it is the Liberation Army that chased people away from Okigwe. Today, you are seeing them in Okigwe chasing people away, destroying houses, taking lives and burning people's homes, just trying to create an environment for the terrorists to come in. The same thing they did in the Middle Belt, the same thing they did in the North. That is what they want to do in Biafra land by fire, by force. And yet, people are not talking. I played a video here, which by the grace of God, I will still play it today, where somebody was giving a report of how the military come with the terrorists. They will be in the front to clear the road, burn houses, drive people away, and kill innocent people, and then they allow the terrorists to occupy the lands, occupy the houses. The report is online, reported by a conventional media interview. But yet, the world is silent. The world is not doing anything. We cannot bow when oppression seeks to crush our spirit, like they are doing today in Biafra land. In Imo State, campaign against the people that are fighting for freedom. A serious campaign against you, against me. But some of you are very ignorant that you don't know that the campaign is against you. Some of you feel that because your name is not mentioned, that is not against you. And yet you come and sit here and say you want to talk about Biafra. A campaign is going against the Biafran people at home, Biafran soldiers at home. You feel it doesn't concern you because your name is not mentioned or because maybe your party is not there. You ignorantly think it is just a joke. You don't know what you're doing to yourself. I played a video where Mazi Samanek was talking about those who were calling him a terrorist, thinking that they were doing themselves a favor. They don't know that we are condemning themselves. And when it came that BBC came to do their propaganda, BBC even used their picture. The same people who were calling Mazi Samanek, their picture was used and indicted in the same crime that we are charging their brother. You don't know that when you are indicting your brother, you are indicting yourself. Anytime you call your brother a terrorist, you are just telling the world that you are a terrorist. Anytime you call your brother those evil names, you are telling the world that yes, that is whom you are. There is no pretense about it. You cannot run away from it. It's a truth that you cannot hide. This is a sacred moment to awaken you, to awaken everyone that will come across this video. This is a sacred moment to awaken you, for you to know your responsibility, that your brother is not the enemy, your sister is not the enemy. The enemy is there, working day in, day out to create confusion among us, and you are listening to them. They have succeeded in recruiting people within us. And some of us today can no longer apply their common sense. So many of us today can no longer independently think for themselves. Some things that you believe today, you believe it because your friend believed so. Some things you are supporting today, you are supporting it because your friend is supporting it. Because maybe the platform where you are going, you are listening, they are telling you all those trash every day. You don't even take time to investigate that, find out if what you are hearing is true or lie. It doesn't matter who is talking. It does not matter who is talking. You don't even pay attention to your inner mind to know this thing you are hearing, is it true or lie? You don't even add 1 + 1 together to know whether this thing somebody is saying, is it right? Is it going to work out or not? You're waiting for me to come here to begin to call names. You want me to come here to begin to call names, begin to engage in propaganda and blackmail before you understand. Keep on waiting. You wait forever. By the special grace of Chukwu, I have been very, very matured in this very cause of Biafra. I know the way I pass my message. It's left for you to either hear it or you leave it. Nobody can drag me into saga. You can't drag me into unnecessary propaganda, no? And you cannot lead me astray as far as Biafra is concerned, because I know what I'm looking for. I know I'm not fighting for any individual. I'm fighting for myself. I'm not here to promote anybody, but to promote Biafra. I'm not here to serve any individual, but to serve Biafra. Biafra, which I am part of, to serve myself. That is what I'm doing. That is why I don't need any accolade or anybody. I don't need to listen to anybody or take any instruction about to do what I have to do. I use my common sense to know the right thing to do, and I do it. And I expect every one of us to do the same, because Chukwu Okekebe has given us that common sense, but it is not common. But if you can reason properly and listen to our program, join us with an open heart, forget that thing they tell you, forget that enmity, that hatred that they planted in you. Forget that nonsense. You can't be at peace with your brother. They tell you that it's not possible to make peace. It's not possible to work with the social person. No. That is arrant nonsense. We know that our Supreme Amazon Nandi can build the foundation of this struggle on unity, truth, love, and peace. That is why even when people offend him, he hardly talks about it. He will never hand over. You will never see Mazin Nandekan or Mazin Samanaka hand over a Biafran to a terrorist. He will never hand Biafra over to the terrorist. Never, no matter what happens. You see, even those that go against Mazin Samanaka, Mazin Nandekan, they still fight for them. Mazin Nandekan fought for Jews Okal. Mazin Samanaka fought for Peter Obi. When they were trying to crucify Peter Obi, Mazin Samanaka came out and gave serious warning that if anything happen to Peter Obi, we are going to come after the zoo. It doesn't matter whether he supports Biafra or not. Our sister in Canada, they wanted to crucify. And Mazin Samanaka took it upon himself, use all the instruments of the government and follow it up. She was not a Biafra supporter then. She's not in the group, but because she is a daughter of Biafra, speaking out for Biafra, we stood for her. And today she's doing her own part. She has chosen her own session. I don't blame her. She chose her path. If you go to her platform, she is bent on that thing that wanted to destroy her, that propaganda that wanted to destroy her. That is what she's fighting every blessed day. And Yanambra, go to her platform on TikTok. Her platforms on TikTok, and Yanambra 247, she is there battling all those propaganda against the Igbo Biafrans, all those lies against the Igbo Biafrans. She debunked them, trapped them, and exposed those who are doing it. She has chosen her path, and she's doing it very, very well. I got no problem with her if she decides not to speak about the issue of restoration of Biafra. Everybody have their own job. There are a lot of things to do. There are people in the homeland today, what they are doing is to create opportunity for people to return back home in Biafra land. There are some estate developers in Biafra land. They are building estate in Biafra land, making sure, involving people abroad to come and take it. It's also a job for Biafra. Whether you call it Biafra, it is still an assignment that is meant to fulfill Biafra. There are so many people today that are working positively to make us get our land organized. It's not compulsory that you must write Biafra on your forehead or talk about Biafra before we know. Even if you don't talk about Biafra, you don't write it on your forehead. What you are doing practically shows the direction where you are going. What you are doing practically shows what you are doing. Just like the video I played, that sister that went and brought developers from America and they sent them to Lagos State. And at the end of the day, sent them to Lagos State, they went and they lost all the $250 million lost. $250 million lost in investment in Lagos State. You can imagine what that $250 million will do in Biafra land. We have so many developers that have seen an advertisement in Biafra land. Empty land they gave Biafrans to come and develop. They are there. That woman didn't see it. She didn't. You want Lagos. You want to die in Lagos. Now you throw 250 million in an ocean and you are crying. And the worst part is that they will use your brother, they will use your sister to fight you. They will use your brother to destroy your business. Look, it is Dave Umahi they used to destroy that woman's business. Even Dave Umahi was calling her a land grabber. You can imagine. Dave Umahi called the woman, and a fellow Igbo woman called her a land grabber. After seizing the part that they demolished for 170, that's what, about $170 million, they decided to that the other part of it that she will not have access to it. In total, the amount spent and lost is $250 million investment. An Igbo woman went to the United States, convinced people, the UK convinced people, even white men, they came to invest, and their money fall to drain. In that aspect, you have seen where she belongs. These are people who don't care about Biafra. They don't care about, when you talk about Biafra, it enters here, it goes out there. These are people who are dreaming that one day their Nigeria will be better. These are the people that you preach and preach and preach. When they see you, they say, these people are jobless. And now she have endangered people's life to lose 250 million. And she's not yet done. She is still there in Lagos. She's still looking for business in Lagos. An Igbo woman, a Biafran Igbo woman. When we have developers in Biafra, everybody have the assignment. Look at the pastor in Lagos State. What do they call him? That pastor in Lagos State. The Zion Ministry. Zion Ministry have taken their own call. They are on their own path. I don't blame them. I have nothing against them. Ebukobi is developing his own area today. Take bush and forest, want to develop it. And even in the midst of that development, you will see propaganda and attack against him. They will push propaganda. Even the people he wants to favor, they don't want that development. They want to destroy it. I am touching all these areas for you to know that the pursuit of self-determination and building of Biafran land does not only rely on Biafran government. There are other things you can do, even without using the title Biafra. There are 103 people I know that are campaigning to come and invest in Biafran land. I saw that advertisement with many content creators talking about it. Investing in Biafran land, in estate developer in Biafran land. I saw it where they were advertising it and people were coming on to engage. These are things that we are supposed to do. We don't have to wait for anybody. Why do you have to wait? You don't wait for anybody. Nobody will do it for you. If we don't do it, nobody will do it for us. Nobody. We have to help ourselves. Nobody can do it for us. But some of us are very ignorant. Some of us are very ignorant. Some of us are very docile. Some of us wicked. Wickedness, hatred will not allow us to allow things to work. But the more you continue to wallow in wickedness and in hatred, you are losing your stance. You are losing. I pray that Chukwu Okikabiyama will touch our heart for us to do things right. Because the battle ahead is not a small battle. It's not something you win. You don't win this battle by just running away. You don't run away. We have to face the war. Fight it once and for all. We cannot bow when oppression seeks to crush our spirit. We are in a very strong sacred moment of awakening. This message is to awaken you. Pick up a responsibility, get something doing for Biafra. It is a moment of reflection. Reflect. A moment of reflection. And it's a moment to strengthen our resolve for freedom, for Biafran lives. Biafra must rise. It does not matter what the enemy does. It doesn't matter what the enemy is doing. Biafra must rise. Biafra must rise. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter how you say it, Biafra must rise. I don't care. Whether you believe it or you don't believe it, you cannot stop Biafra. You can't. We know that some idiots are trying to delay it. You can delay it with your stupidity. You can try to delay it with your madness. You can try to delay it with your idiocy. But can you be able to stop it? You stop Biafra. You cannot. No matter how you try, it is just a question of time. And the truth will be out. For how long are you going to continue to lie? For how long will you continue to lie to Biafran people? For how long will you continue to deceive the Biafran people? How far is that your lie going to lead you? Ojihe nwata wenye aka elu. Aka jibi ya, or you wait to read aka one day. A day will come when you bring your hand down. A day will come when you bring your hand down. Every single one of us, wherever you are, we must know our responsibility as Biafrans. When we are talking about the restoration of Biafra, don't allow anybody to distract you. There is something everyone can do. We know whom we are. If you don't know who Biafrans are, go and study who they are first before you begin to talk. Because today, so many of us are supporting what we don't know. So many of us are speaking out of ignorance. So many of us are speaking out of emotion. If we must succeed in this Biafra, leave emotion alone. Pursue facts and figures. Pursue facts and figures. There are people in Biafra land today that I know. They have Biafra in their belly, is in their belly, but they cannot voice out. The condition have made them that they can't speak up. I do not blame them. I always say that strength is not the same. Energy of people are not the same. People have different kinds of energy and strength. It is not everybody that will face more what Mazen Nandekan is facing now for more than 5 years and stay standing. Not everybody can face it. Not everybody can face it. The same to Mazen Samoneka. Not everybody can face what Mazen Samoneka is facing. After attending to the highest height abroad, you just fall back to zero, almost getting destroyed. Not everybody can try that. Do you think it's only Mazen Samoneka that is a politician abroad? Do you think that is Mazen Samoneka alone that is a Biafran that is connected abroad? We have Biafrans that are politicians, well connected in the UK, in United States, in Germany, in so many other places, so many countries. We have Biafrans in top positions, but do they have that courage to make the sacrifice that Mazen Samoneka is making today? The answer is no. Does that mean that they hate Biafra? The answer is also no. It doesn't mean that they hate Biafra. This Biafra autonomy, when Biafra comes, I bet you cannot imagine the kind of experts that are going to come home to put heads together to make things happen. But at this stage today, at this stage where we are, it is meant for those who are born for that mission to go for it. That is why I always advocate for people to stay on their lane. Whatever you know you can do, continue to do it in your lane. Nobody stops you. Continue to be in your lane. Nobody stops you. There are people on different angles. I played a video of Master Simon Eber when he was taking that there is something that you can do that others cannot do. And there are certain others can do that you cannot do. So when you get to that stage, allow everybody to perform. Allow everybody to bring in their own experience. Do not bully people. Do not allow everything to end in your own. You can't know everything. Master Simon, I played the video here where he was saying that every one of us have different levels of understanding. There are certain things that IPOB are good at. There are certain things that the army of Biafra can do. There are certain things that the Biafran government can do. There are certain things that the politicians can do. There are certain things that even those you see, they don't talk about Biafra, there are certain things they can do. But at the end of the day, when you bring all these things together, all these forces together, Biafra becomes indestructible. And miracles begin to happen. Even when you don't expect it. The only people that are happy when we are divided and speaking in different voices, when we are losing focus, is the Janjaweed and the globalists that are supporting them. Exactly. I agree with you, my beloved brother S.O. I agree with this statement you wrote. I agree with it. In that first part of that statement you wrote, that just came to my eye. The world is silent because the world is waiting for Biafra to show Biafra as worth fighting for. No one can give you Biafra. You must be ready to defend it at all costs. Then the world will talk. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. This same thing you are writing, Mazen Nandekano have said it. When Mazen Nandekano went to the United Nations to complain about the issue of Biafra, that is what they told him. A heavyweight in the United Nations told Mazen Nandekano that until you show the world that Biafra worth your life, until you prove that Biafra worth your life is worth fighting for, nobody's going to come. And they told Mazen Nandekano to go and start doing something. Because Mazen Nandekano came and began to preach to them how far Biafra have fought. Begin to tell them what Biafra have done and what Biafra has not done. And because of that, they told Mazen Nandekano, go and start doing something. Go and start doing something. That was what they told Mazen Nandekano. Go and start doing something. That until you show the world that your life what's dying for, that your life wants Biafra, nobody's going to come. That was what they told Mazen Nandekano. And that was when Mazen Nandekano came back and changed his line of operations, formed the ESN, and began to talk of march. And that was when Mazen Nandekano said, I am tired of broadcasting. I want to fight for my nation. Mazen Nandekano said it. I am tired of broadcasting. I want to go and fight for my nation. So I want you to search within yourself today. What are we doing? What are we doing? We are busy blaming everybody. We are busy fighting ourselves. We are busy disorganizing ourselves. We are busy claiming what we are, who we are, and what we are not. And they are there laughing and enjoying themselves. The only people that are enjoying the situation today is the Nigerian government. Look at the way they are changing the situation, changing narratives. Look at the way they are seriously changing narratives. Every blessed day, they are changing narrative. Every day, things are no longer the way it is. Every day, we see them change narratives. As we speak, you know what is happening in Olo as we speak. Okigwe. They are changing narrative. They are in a campaign. They are going house by house in Biafra land, campaigning against against us, against me, against you. But because some of us are ignorant, we think it's against someone else. Today, the DOS is working directly with the government. The DOS is working directly with they are not even hiding it anymore. You know, before they used to hide it. Before they used to, today they don't hide it anymore. The DOS is directly working with the government just to bring their brother down. Just to bring their brother down. It is very shameful and sad. The global community today, they are using us to play ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. Nobody even care. When we talk, they don't take us serious. They say, who are these ones? They don't take us serious. They don't take our words serious. Whatever we say, they don't care. It doesn't stop them from doing what they want to do. In fact, the more we talk, the more they even make the situation harder. And still, yes, some of us are not worried. You're not worried. You don't care. The worst thing you can do is to see an attack against Biafra and you think it's an attack against one person. No. Any attack against one Biafra is against every one of us. Any blackmail against one Biafra is against all of us. When they are writing their statement on when they are pushing for, the agenda is to stop Biafra, not to stop one person. The agenda of the caliphate, the agenda of the Janjaweed is to stop Biafra. So anything you do in their favor that makes them smile, you are supporting them directly or indirectly. Today we see a lot of afterthought betrayal. That's something Mazi Samunaka called afterthought betrayal. So many of us today are betraying Biafra. Afterthought betrayal. And me and you, I'm on media. I will still be here. When that time comes, everything I'm saying in parable, I will break it down so that you will understand it. But for now, I will continue to speak in parable, and you can't hear me mention anybody's name. I've adopted this system for a very, very long time. Until when it is ripe, when the time is ripe, those who mention them will mention them. And then you will say, oh, was that what he was talking about? Master Simon Ekpa preached a message he titled Afterthought Betrayal. The same way there were afterthought betrayal of Mazen Nandekan by so many members of DOS. So many members of DOS. Afterthought. Today, we have that same afterthought betrayal of Mazen Simon Ekpa. Since all this while that we heard about his ordeal, there has been many afterthought betrayals. And more are coming. More are coming, but we are not paying attention. That is the sad thing. We are not paying attention. Master Simon Ekpa preached that message, afterthought betrayal. I see it a lot today. I see it a lot, and when I see it, I laugh. I smile, and I go back to the message of Master Simon Ekpa and play it and listen. The same way you see me play those messages, that's why I play it privately when I'm trying to study Biafra or think deep about Biafra. Those are the key messages I use. Today, there are so many afterthought betrayal. People who are betraying Biafra, who didn't have in mind to betray Biafra. They didn't have it in mind to betray Biafra, but afterthought betrayal. And once they have fallen victim of that and begin to betray, they can't go back again. They continue to betray. They fall deep, they deepen themselves into it. In the case of the DOS, it's very clear. That of the DOS is very, very clear today. They are openly working with the government of Nigeria. They don't hide it anymore. The DOS is working with the government of Nigeria openly. They don't hide it anymore. They are working with Nigerian government in the open. They don't hide it. Something that is happening every now and again. my fellow Biafrans that are watching, wherever you are watching this program from, we have a lot in our hands. A lot of things are going on. And we must be very, very careful. We must be very, very careful because of the situation we are finding ourselves. We must chase the black goat while it is daytime. Because when the night falls, it will be almost impossible for you to be able to see the black goat. So you better chase the black goat while it is daytime. We have a lot of responsibilities. The world is silent while Biafran leaders are illegally detained. Why do you think the global community look away from our suffering? Why? Why do you think they look away from our suffering? Why do you think the world look away from our suffering? Why do you think the world power remains silent on Biafra's struggle? Why? Do you sit back and you ask yourself, why is it that the whole world is silent on this Biafran struggle that have been going on for a very long time? They don't mention it. You don't even see conventional media talk about it. No international media speaks about it. But everywhere you go, you see people talking about Palestinians, talking about Rohingyas, talking about different places where there are chaos. That is not even 1/4 of what is happening in Biafra land. But they are making front line in the news. Do you all ask yourself, why do you think world powers remain silent on Biafra struggle? Why? There are so many reasons. So many reasons. And that is why we must go extra mile. Begin to do things. You don't fold your hands. You don't wait for them to come and no. Police. You can't get Biafra in this peaceful mode folding your Mazen Nandekano said it in his interview now. He said it. That anybody that think you're going to get Biafra through peaceful mode of folding your hand, you are wasting your time. Because they will continue to play their games as long as their own interest, their economic interest is not affected. They will never call it. But anytime we make a move and it begin to affect their interest, those things they are stealing, they stop stealing. They can't be able to have access to the mineral resources they're taking. You will see they will call us on the round table for discussion. The same thing we also believe. The religious leaders have a role to play. The religious leaders in Biafra land today are not doing enough. The religious leaders in Biafra land, they are not doing enough. During the South African apartheid, Desmond Tutu was a reverend father, Desmond Tutu, and he was in the front line of fighting for justice for South Africa. But in Biafra land today is Sunday, how many pastors in their church prayed for Biafra land today? How many Biafran pastors spoke to their audience about Biafra? How many of them? In their churches today. In their churches, we see all of them because every church is online today. Every church is online, especially on Sunday. How many of them do you watch their program and you hear them speak about the injustice in Biafra land? How many of them? They are not doing enough. The illegal detention of our leaders. Even if you don't have anything to say, speak about the illegal detention of our leaders. People that have been detained illegally, not committing any crime. The court has said, let them go. The world body has said, United Nations Arbitrary Committee gave 6 months to Nigeria to release Martin Nandekano. They allowed that 6 months to exhaust. And because you yourself folded your hand and not doing anything, they too didn't do anything. The United Nations that gave that ultimatum, they didn't do it up to today. Those people that detention, they are the ones today dragging your mineral resources, sharing the whole resources in Biafra land. They are the ones in the front line sharing all the resources. We can do better. We can do better. How can we break this chain of silence in this world? How? Do you sometimes sit back and ask yourself, how do you believe unity among Biafrans can break the chain of silence? Don't you think that? Don't you think that the only thing that can break this chain of silence is the unity of Biafrans? When we speak with a force, one force, when we speak in unity with one force, there is no mountain we cannot move. Just imagine for a while, with all these different cell groups everywhere, right, left, and center. You can imagine what they can achieve if they are speaking in one voice, in one tone. Who the hell in the zoo will stand them? Who is that person? Who in the Zoological Republic will stand? Who in the zoo can be able to stand us? Who? I'm asking you. Who in the zoo can stand us? The unity among Biafran can break the chain of silence. This silence you are hearing from the world and the global community. Somebody came here and gave example of Hamas and Fatah. The Hamas group of Fatah of Palestine. Everybody say Hamas is terrorist group. But you look at Finland want to recognize Palestinian, even though Hamas is in the front line fighting for them. Fatah is there. Fatah is their political group. And you can't see Fatah fighting Hamas to destroy Hamas. You can never see Fatah fighting Hamas to destroy Hamas. Fatah is on their own path, doing what they're supposed to do. Creating that awareness, turning everywhere upside down. That is their job. And they're doing it. Even Finland that kidnapped our prime minister, they say they want to recognize Hamas. Other European countries want to recognize Hamas. Because recognizing Palestinian is recognizing Hamas. You cannot drive Hamas away from Palestinian. You cannot take them away. Even if Hamas is much more in action, more than the Fatah group. That is their diplomatic session that they say they're making peace. Hamas is much more recognized, pronounced, and present than the Fatah. But yet, the world want to recognize them. You see what unity can do. Even though the whole world say that Hamas is a terrorist organization, but still, they want to recognize them. What are we going to do? What shall we do, the Biafran people? Do you sit back and ask yourself question? What shall we do to turn the hand of time? What shall we do? What can we do? These people are feeding on our disunity. They are feeding on the chaos among us. They are feeding on the disagreement among us. That is why Finland can boldly take our prime minister and put him in detention. Detain our prime minister and continue to hold him. At the same time, they are telling the world that they want to recognize Palestinians. People that are fighting for their freedom the same way we are fighting, even more brutal than the way we are fighting. You want to recognize them. Palestinians that we know that Hamas have been tagged the terrorist group by many international bodies. And we know that Hamas is the one that is in the front line of the pursuit of the independence of Palestine. But does that change anything? They want to recognize them. They want to recognize them. That is a very strong example that you should always think about. Why? Why our own? Why are our own? People are silent. Nobody is talking. Why our own? Our own case is different. Why is it that our own is difficult to come to front line? Why is it that nobody is on the front line talking about our own? Why is it that when they come to our own issue, they sweep it under carpet? Why? Why? Do you ask yourself that question? Why? Why? Continue to ask yourself, why? Why? For me, the only reason I can say there is because of the disunity among us. They are feeding on that little disunity among us. They are feeding on it. That's where they're feeding. That is why each time when I talk about going extra mile to make things happen, going extra mile to reunite ourselves, go in one force and pull down this wall, break the silence, make the dumb to speak. There are some things we can do in Nigeria. There are some movement we'll make in Nigeria. I bet you it will not take more than 48 hours. The international community will come in. There are moves we will make. It will not take up to 48 hours. The international community will come in. They can't come in by you coming on social media to rant and talk. For you to come in social media and give them command. No. They will just look at you and laugh. They will not pay attention for you by your social media brokers. That's not it. Every one of us need to change our modus operandi. And think about what you are doing today. Maybe you are now in afterthought betrayal of Biafra, but you don't know. So many of us today are in afterthought betrayal of Biafra. You are supporting afterthought betrayal of Biafra, but you don't know. You better think again. For those of you who think the best thing for you is to engage in saga every day, you cannot go to any platform without looking for whom to blame or who to curse or who to abuse. Even today program, I have blocked one person who came. All he has got, the only thing he had in mind, after everything I said, he was just looking for whom to blame and who to curse. And I just blocked the idiot. That is what I do. When I notice that useless messages, I block them. When I block you, you go and look for where you're going to watch. You go and begin to watch those people you like to watch, where you can get saga, propaganda, and blackmail. You go there. If you create another account and come, I will still see your comment and I will block you. It doesn't take me anything. Just a click, you are gone. The people, you can't be a distraction to people who want to listen to message. Some people will just come to a platform where you appreciate a message. Among everything you are saying, they are just waiting to pay attention when you mention their favorite man or favorite woman. When you mention that person they are worshiping, when you mention them, it doesn't matter what the topic is. It doesn't matter whether you are right or wrong. They come after you. They attack you. That is how bad it is. Some idiots supporting what they do not know. That even on their own, tell them to come with their own critical argument. The link is here. I always put my link. And I don't insult anybody. I put my link. You come, regardless what your opinion is. I allow you to speak. I engage you where I can engage you. If your opinion is reasonable, I allow you to go down with it. It's left for Biafrans to judge, either to go by it or not. I don't force anything on anybody. Not in this platform. My platform is for the Biafra restoration. For the Biafran people. Regardless who you are, where you are, what you believe. You have the opportunity to express yourself. Even non-Biafrans, you can come in and ask your question. Bring strong arguments, critical arguments. We want to learn. We want to unlearn those bad things we are learned. We want to think deeply to know if we are truly on the right path. So you have that superior argument. Bring it on. Click the link and come in and pour it out. Let's hear you. As long as you remain civil, you don't come here to insult anybody. You don't insult any man, you don't insult any woman, you don't insult any group. Just pour out your mind. Say it the way it is. But when you come here, all you do is to pay attention to saga. Oh, what is the latest saga? What is Mr. A saying about Mr. B today? What is the Mr. B saying about it? Oh, Mr. B, is he dead or alive? Have they arrested Mr. B or Mr. D? That's what you want to hear. You can't hear that here. We are expecting from tomorrow, we are expecting that our Prime Minister Mazi Simon will be in court. We cannot be too sure about the date. As I have said before, the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa, when it comes to information, is very sketchy. There is nothing I can tell you with assurance and say that I know that this day is the date. But from the information we are hearing, it's all a rumor, We've made researches on places I can be able to make research. There was no such date there. But all we know is that it was said September. So that's September. We are expecting from the 1st of September. Our eyes will be out there waiting to see Mazi Simon. Tomorrow I'm going to come online, also waiting and searching to get information on the court case of Mazi Simon. If by the grace of God he will be in court tomorrow. We had September. Some said it's September 1st. And we want to start to pursue it from the September 1st, from the 1st of September. We'll keep our eyes on the news. Whatever we see, we'll bring it out. But wherever you are today, please pray for Mazi Simon Ekpa. Pray for his freedom. Pray for his freedom. It doesn't matter how you hate him. It doesn't matter whether you like him or you don't like him. Mazi Simon Ekpa wasn't fighting against you or against anybody. He was fighting against the enemies of Biafra. The only thing he was doing is to fight for his freedom of his people. That is why he came out. He didn't come to fight anybody. He came to fight for Biafra. So if you are a Biafran and you're a lover of Biafra, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Abiyama to please put Mazi Simon Ekpa in your prayer. Put Mazi Simon Ekpa in your prayer. Pray for him the best way you can. Those of us who are in church, if you are in church, are you watching us, you can send in a prayer point. If it is your pastor, send in the prayer point. Those of us that are pastors, we have pastors among us. In your church today, let the congregation rise up and pray for Mazi Simon Ekpa. We want to hear a positive result. From tomorrow onwards, we want to see something positive. We want this September to be a September to be remembered. We want this September to be a September to be remembered. So, every one of us, I urge you to please do not forget to pray for Mazi Simon Ekpa. Tomorrow, we are going to put our eyes online to see the information we are going to get. Whatever we get, we are going to bring it out and tell Biafrans how it happened. We are not going back. It is only Biafra that is my focus. I have overstayed my welcome abroad. I have overstayed my welcome. If some of you don't know what we are going through, those of us here, you only know what we want you to know. So many of us that are in the media that are speaking about this issue of Biafra, you only know what we want you to know. There is nobody in this struggle that can boast to know me. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know what I go through. You don't know how I apply my ways and how I do my things. You don't even know my pictures. You don't even know my person. It's only what I give to you is what you will see. That is how it is. We are going through a lot. We want to go back home and be ourselves. Be our real self the way we be. The life we are living today is not our lives. The personalities we have taken today is not our personality. So many of us that you see today putting our faces online, this is not our personalities. You only know what I want you to know. Those who know us very well from family background, we know better. But those of you who only see us online, you only know what we want you to know. You don't know any shit about me, my personality, or what I do, or how I go about my daily deals and businesses. You don't know. We want a nation where we can go with our personality everywhere be whom we are supposed to be without any hindrances. We have all overstayed our welcome and want to go back home. So wherever you are watching this program from today, I appreciate everybody who have joined us on this very wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Sunday sermon. Remember, tomorrow is sit at home. Tomorrow is sit at home, and we are going to come with a sit at home broadcast and also expectation of Mazi Simon Ekpa judgment in court tomorrow. We are going to start expecting the judgment from tomorrow being Monday, 1st of September. As I said before, we don't know the actual date. I cannot tell you that I know the actual date. That information is very sketchy. From all the informations we are gathering, pointing out, we know September is being said, but the date is still not very, very clear. But we tell you what we have had. So from tomorrow being Monday, we will be expecting whatever the result is. If it comes to court tomorrow, fine. If it doesn't come, the next day we'll be watching. Our eyes is on the ball. No blinking. We are going to be following up to see what happens. So Biafrans in Biafran land, remember tomorrow is sit at home. The sit at home is not stopping. In fact, this is the time for you to sit at home. If you are in Okigwe, be very, very security conscious. If you are living in Okigwe, if you are watching us in Okigwe, you have family in Okigwe, please write them and tell them that the Zoological Republic military are coming for the second operations today, as I'm speaking to you. They are there. They have reinforced. And the attack is on the young people. Every young man from the age of 15 upwards, once they get you, you're gone. That is what Nigeria government is doing on Okigwe as I speak. They've gone the first time and are gone. And I bet you, even they themselves are not finding it easy. That is why they cannot go and confront the Liberation Army. They always be there and face, but after this battle, they will be the ones to come and bring the picture and tell you that the Liberation Army have chased people from the village. As we speak today, they are the one chasing people away from their villages. Nigerian government is chasing people away from their villages with their terrorist military. After chasing them away, they will go and take the picture and tell you, oh, Liberation Army are the ones, they drive people away from their village, because it is really bad. Thank God I played the video of that our sister, a journalist who went and made a comprehensive interview of people, what happened. And she said it. She said it. That the people that are after us are the Nigerian government. They are fighting another civil war. That the displacement of our people does not have anything to do with IPOB. It doesn't have anything to do with the Biafra. It doesn't have anything to do with Biafra. It is the federal government of Nigeria that are pushing that very displacement. You saw somebody in a video that I played who said that their villages are taken over by the government. The government will come, burn houses, and when they are coming with the Fulani herdsmen. They will burn houses, drive the people, and then the Fulani herdsmen will take over. Then the people will go to IDP camp. This is what they are doing in Biafra land today. As we speak, it is happening in Olo, but I tell you, they will not survive Olo. They will not survive Olo. They won't survive that Olo battle. Chukwu Okike Abiyama will not allow them to survive. Wherever you are, continue to pray for those who are defending Biafra land in every front. Anyone that is defending Biafra land, genuinely defending Biafra land, pray for him. I don't care under which umbrella you are defending Biafra. I do not care who you are fighting for, who you are not fighting for. Anyone defending Biafra land, genuinely pray for them. And I pray that the God of the land will give them the strength and power to overcome. We have shed a lot of blood. It is time for us to take back our land and take it back by force. As we end this Sunday sermon, let the fire of justice burn in your heart. Every one of you that is in this very program today, let the fire of justice burn in your heart. Those who are watching us from other parts of the world, whether Biafran or non-Biafran, we know that other organizations and people of the world are watching. Let the fire of justice burn in your heart. Do not be discouraged by the silence of the world, fellow Biafrans. Don't be discouraged. For the silence is not defeat. Remember, every nation that stands free today was once ignored. Don't ever forget that. All these strong nations you are seeing today, that you are celebrating, you want to travel to, they were once ignored. They were once mocked. They were once oppressed, but they fought through it. And today you celebrate them, you want to travel there. The voice of truth may be delayed, but it can never, ever be denied. I urge every Biafran, wherever you are, to keep speaking the truth. Keep speaking, keep standing, keep believing. Freedom is our destiny. Did you hear me? Freedom is our destiny. We must be free. And justice shall be our testimony. It doesn't matter what the enemies are doing today. It doesn't matter what they're saying today. It doesn't matter what you hear. Freedom is our destiny. Always confess it. And justice shall be our testimony. Together we shall see Biafra rise again. No matter what they do. Together, you and I shall see Biafra rise again before our own very eyes. It's just a question of time. Do not be discouraged. Do not be dismayed. Do not allow anybody or any person to push you aside. My fellow Biafrans that are listening, I appreciate every single one of you that participated on this program. You know, my evening program is always 1 hour or less than 1 hour, and I'm done. We have been able to do justice to this message today. And as I said, every one of us should put our hand on deck. United, we can move mountain. United, we can end this madness. United, no force on earth will stand on our way. United, we can break this silence of the West, this silence of the world, this global silence. We can break it, united. We can break it, and they will have no choice than to speak. I appreciate every one of you that have participated in this program. Thank you so much for being part of this program. We'll see you again tomorrow morning. Being a sit at home. Make sure you are part of the sit at home. It is something that we have all agreed to do. Join the sit at home today, tomorrow. Tell your friends, tell your family members that the sit at home continues. Stay blessed and always be focused. If you are in Okigwe, be security conscious. If you are in any place in Biafra land, be security conscious. More especially Okigwe. Don't say you are not one. May Chukwu Okike my guide and protect all our people, more especially people in Biafra land. May Chukwu Okike my guide and protect our leaders. Secure freedom for our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, and secure freedom for our Supreme Mazi Nandeka. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Okike. Take care and stay safe.
Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear, now go with the go so. Herdsmen, they kill us every day, but them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they are they run to? Who be that? I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat love. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come, it is very close at the film. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it on. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. But now them they shoot us anytime.